good afternoon, good afternoon, and welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday. If this is your first time joining us, I am Millie with Consumers Unlimited, and every week I go live at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time to give a little bit of information about various credit and consumer related topics. So, today I am switching gears slightly, but not really. I wanted to talk about the National Do Not Call Registry. So I don't know about you, but I often get those stupid scam likely spam calls where they're selling me everything from timeshares to well no, what have I gotten lately? I got some timeshare ones. Did I want to take the little vacation thing? I got a couple of mattress calls, and then of course, it being the political season, I get a lot of those calls too. And I don't like none of them. Like, even right now, my phone is on Do Not Disturb, and I've had two missed calls. Like, y'all know I go live at 2 o'clock. Why are you calling me, Micah? Anyway, not to call anybody out or anything. But so I get these calls regularly, and while I cannot register for anything to make my siblings stop calling me, I can do something about other people, and that is the National Do Not Call Registry. So, what this does is it actually tells telemarketers, hey, you can't call me. You can't offer to sell me goods. You can't ask me to do surveys or anything like that. Now, what happened is it this list was created, well, this thing was created back in 2003 because people were getting a whole bunch of calls because we wanted to limit the number of calls, especially during that time. I don't know if y'all remember '03, but back then, in the dark ages, that's when, we were charged by the minutes, especially during daytime calls. So, nights and weekends were free, but daytime calls cost. And so this would run up your bill. Well, the same kind of idea exists. And so what happens is you can't be called. Once you're on this list, they're not supposed to call you to do anything else. And if you're anything like me, that might cut back on like a third of your calls. So, what happens is you have to do this though. There is a process for this. And I thought I was registered. I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. And then I found out I wasn't. So, what I had to do was I had to come in here and I clicked the first link that says register your phone. If you are unsure if you've registered, verify here. So I was like, oh, I think I did this. So I verified, and sure enough, Millie's name did not come up. I mean, Millie's phone number did not come up. So I went back and I had to actually register. Now, when you register, you can do up to 3 phone numbers at one time. So if you're anything like me, I have my phone, I have my business cell phone, and then I have my children. And yes, since I pay the bill, I get to register them too. I make decisions for them because I don't want them signing up for stuff, especially not on the bill I pay. Anywho, so I went in here and I registered and then I clicked submit. Now, this is the thing. When you click submit, what normally happens is you're going to get an email. If you don't get an email, go back and do it again. The thing though is that first email just confirms that you started the process. You then get a second email. The second email is the email that confirms that it's complete. If you don't click the verification email that you get to confirm it, this is going to disappear after like 72 hours. So from the time you get the second email, you have 72 hours to click the link and verify you actually want to be on the list. If you don't click the link and verify that you actually want to be on the list, you actually don't get put on the list, which means they can still keep calling you. Now, I know you're wondering, Mel, what is the benefit of it? Because there's so many scammers out there to do it. Well, the benefit is if you are in this and you get these calls, they actually can be fined and you can sue them. By the way, the fines against them are up to $51,000. So just think about that. $51,000. You can actually get fined and do that. One, you have to be on the do not call registry to sue them for calling you when you're not supposed to be doing that. And two, you have to be registered. You have to be registered, and then you have to then fight them. Of course, if you need help fighting them, if you're getting these calls and you're on the list, you can always reach out to us directly and we would be happy to help you. Hey, Cynthia, how are you, love? I know it's been a long time since I've been able to see actual comments. So, I'm feeling super special. But yes, you can fight them, it can show up, you can move on from there, and life is really wonderful. Hi, Andrea. Look at that. I'm getting to see everybody. I feel so special now because it has not been working for me in life. Anywho, the purpose of the do not call registry though is to stop those calls. I'll get a lot of harassing calls. You can stop it. You can do it really quickly, but it is a two-part process. Now, the one thing that it doesn't do is there is a waiting period. Okay, the waiting period, I want to say, is 72 hours. They're going to say 30 days, but it's actually 72 hours. The next business day, really, after you complete it. But some old, antiquated things say 30 days. But if you can only use this to prevent the telemarketing calls, it's a great way to do it. It's kind of like opting out, and we'll talk about opting out next week because it's kind of similar, but it's slightly different. But these are ways to do that. The other good part about when you're on the do not call list is it actually helps you to filter out spam people versus real people because real people won't call you because you're on the list. The other thing with that is if you have a pre existing business relationship where you gave them permission, they kind of don't, they're touching you as a customer and not necessarily as a telemarketer. So, for example, if you signed up with service with Consumers Unlimited and you're on a do not call list, when I call you, I'm not telemarketing you. I'm calling you to give you an update on your profile and you got to talk to me. By the way, that means answer the phone when I call you customers because I appreciate y'all so much. But that is different than if you're on the list and I don't know you and I randomly cold call you. I can't do that. Like if I'm Allstate and you've never had Allstate and Allstate can't just be like, hi, well, we're in your area, Cynthia, and we were wondering, would you like a quote? No, that's illegal. And Cynthia can sue you and get money. And yes, it works. And yes, people get money. So opting out, that's the first step. It works. There's some other laws and things that go into it. And if you have more questions about that, or if there's a legal situation that you would like to discuss, give us a shout. You can send us a message directly to suggest topics or and have questions answered. As well as you can give us a call at 85. Ooh, our number changed. 256-333-0353. Yes, I will still answer 855-273-3663, but I'm supposed to give out 256-333-0353. You can always reach us on Facebook under Consumers Unlimited. For now, the Credit One USA page is still open, but that should be getting shut down here frequently. You can, well, soon. You can also messenger us through Messenger or through, what's that other one? Instagram. So lots of ways to contact us, but if you want to stop people from contacting you, go ahead and sign up online at donotcall.gov. It's really important that you go to donotcall.gov to sign up. Anywhere else is a third party in there playing with you. So really quickly, stop calls by signing up for the do not call. It stops telemarketing and some of those unwanted calls. If you have any other questions, feel free to give us a shout, message us directly, or even pop your head in. I know COVID's getting real again, but we're still in the office for you guys. So I will talk to you next week for next week edition of Talk to Me Tuesday, where we're going to be talking about opting out of stuff. Because, yeah, that's cool too. And it kind of stops unwanted unwanted text messages, mail, all of that wonderful stuff. So I'll talk to you guys again next week. Stay safe.